What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Titanfall beta week number 2. Now, if you didn't get a chance to watch my initial reaction to the Titanfall beta, I'm going to post a link to it. It's going to be somewhere up here. You can go back and watch that. For people who have not yet seen that video, I highly recommend you go watch it because it's going to give you some bearing of where I come from into this beta. For everybody else, or for everybody who's curious if Titanfall has been fixed since week 1, the answer is yes, it has in most major factors. Now, after Respawn Entertainment shut the beta down last week, they opened up the forums and they really took a lot of heart, and points into consideration. And they said, okay, we are going to, fix the things we can fix, the low-hanging fruit. We're going to fix those right now. And they've done a very good job of that. So the drop rate of Titan frequency, the wall movement frequency, that sort of thing, those have all been addressed. I also did a video on that. You could see the changes of those somewhere up there as well. I'll post a link at some point during this video. So now we've gone through, again, another beta. And like I said, Respawn's done a very good job of answering the questions. There are still some lingering issues that remain that are not going to be fixed immediately, such as overall map design, such as the depth of gameplay, if you feel the weapons are customized enough, just the overall system that goes into it. Even the game modes are going to take some time to tweak if they do decide to bring back more fan favorite game modes, or if they're going to stick with the game modes they have now remains to be seen. The alpha gameplay that we saw was more than just what a traditional technical demo is. A lot of times you'll see games have those, and that does nothing in terms of balancing gameplay. It's solely to see how the servers will handle the sudden flux of players. I've seen this on Rainbow Six. I've seen this on numerous games. Rainbow Six comes to mind the most. That was the last one I spent a lot of time with. And basically, the game is done at this point. We're not going to tweak anything. We just want to see what happens when a bazillion people and their mother jump on. Or our server's going to be able to handle the incredible load of new players jumping on. That's typically what you get from these gameplay alphas or betas, whatever they want to call them. It really doesn't matter. However, Respawn actually took it a step further and did incorporate some of the most nagging points in a very short time. It was less than a week turnaround. And I think that's an act of really goodwill, and I have to give credit to Respawn Entertainment for pushing the envelope in this capacity, because a lot of game developers don't do that. They're very set in their ways of, this is the game that we've developed, and you hope you like it, and if not, too bad, right? Respawn didn't take that approach, and I think that should be commended. I do like that. The game now is what it is. So if people like it, this is pretty much the game you're going to get. Now, obviously, things can be patched later on. There could be changes later on. But for the immediate future, I'd say from launch to probably 4 to 5 months after, the game you're playing right now in the open beta this weekend is the game that you're going to buy when it launches in October, I believe. There's probably not going to change much between now and then. So now everybody's a critic, right? So I've been looking at NeoGAF, I've been looking at Reddit, I've been following Twitter, just kind of to see what the pulse is, what people are saying about this game, right? And now people are like, well, the bullet damage should be a 1.1% multiplier. It should be this. The run speed should be 1% faster, this or that. And it's like, oh boy. So typical people, you give them an inch, they take a mile. Isn't that true with everything in life? So I doubt Respawn's going to even listen to any more feedback after this. They're just going to poll whether people are generally happy or upset with the game. I don't think much is going to come out of this. I don't think you're going to see another beta. I mean, if they've already announced the third one, I'm completely unaware of it. I've got my fill. I've already made my decision on whether I want it or not. Based on everything I saw this week, I'm definitely leaning much more towards purchasing than not purchasing, because to me, the core functionality of things that I did care about have been fixed. And the Titans are stronger, and I do feel that I'm more engaged in the map when I can get a Titan, and I don't have to wait for a lot of kill streaks and that sort of thing. So there is some good news from that. I think some people are probably going to sway their opinion from a no to a yes. I don't think anybody's going to play this and go from a yes to a no. I really do doubt that, but I guess there are people who, whatever, they're going to make up their minds, whatever they're going to do. But it is just funny to me that so many people are on the forums now critiquing the game to like the next level. And I would just caution everybody and just caution just the general consensus that, We're not game developers, okay? We're going to play the game. We're going to be very honest in our feedback. And then it's up to Respawn to decide whether they want to take it or not. But, you know, they're not going to keep calling me every 10 minutes and go, hey, Jim, does this gun feel right today? Does this Titan look okay? Would it be cooler if he had this kind of armor instead of this kind of armor? We're not going to get to that level of it. And I think people are just having a little too much time on their hands. I do like that Respawn did allow us to play it again to kind of see what direction they're going. But honestly, and I think that probably was important because there was so much negative reaction at the beginning. But a lot of times when a game is already generally well received, Halo 5 multiplayer, for example, way back when, I didn't have an Xbox One yet. I had to go to my buddy Brent's to check it out. I loved everything I saw for Halo 5 in the alpha. They didn't bring it back. They said, thanks, cool, we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to tweak some things. And you'll see it when it's on the store shelves. And that's how a lot of things do that. That's how a lot of companies do those kind of things. But the fact that Respawn actually opened it up again, I think shows an act of goodwill, and I think they should be commended. So speak with your wallet if it's something you're interested in. I think you should check it out if you think it's going in the right direction. I think it's also something you should check out. And for a long time, that really has not happened. I hope that trend continues. Obviously, with keeping things in check. Like I said, with the almost excessive comments, now we're starting to nitpick things, and this gun with the recoil and the crosshairs and that sort of thing. I mean, we're talking major design changes here, guys. We're not talking like little small things. And the major things were fixed, so I think good on them. So that's just my final wrap-up on Titanfall 2. I don't really have anything much left to say for the game. I really didn't have to do a video today, but I wanted to do one because mostly I wanted to spread my little piece of goodwill out to Respawn and let them know as a fan of just shooters and the genre of gaming as a whole, I appreciate what you guys did. I think it's a really cool move, and I hope that other companies see this and maybe somehow incorporate that into their design. There are far too many games that are stuck in infinite open alpha hell that just do not accept criticism, that do not accept change, or that aren't fast enough to react, or that don't want to react. That's also a possibility. Rust, I think, is a perfect example of that game, where I love the game. There are some things that are definitely broken with Rust that I've responded. A major build came out, and yes, things were polished, things were fixed, because it's still in a pretty early alpha. It's still pretty broken, a lot of graphical glitches and artifacting, that sort of thing. But the stuff that people have been complaining about for a long time has not been fixed. I don't know if it ever will be fixed. So you have games like that, and then you have something like Respawn that says, you know what? People don't like this, we're going to fix it. Why did they do it in the first place remains to be seen. Why did Xbox take the direction they did with the insane Kinect in your face and everything's about TV? I guess we'll never know. But the fact is they listened to the fans. They reacted to the criticism in a positive way, and it's a better experience for it. And I think that is the important thing coming out of this round 2 of the Titanfall technical alpha, beta, whatever they want to call it. So let me know in the comments below if this changed your opinion of the game, if after playing it again you enjoy it. Maybe you didn't even partake in the first round and you're just joining in now a little bit late and you're like, hey, I want to see what this is all about. And I love it or I hate it. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.